Good day, viewers. I would like to talk to us today, on the need to understand the antics of the ruling class or the ruling elites, especially as concerns Africans. Is it not baffling, counterproductive, highly traumatizing, plurally, to see the masses, killing themselves over the issues of the ruling elites? I noticed one thing. The rulers, whom are really called the killers, have succeeded in dividing the masses. Is it not baffling? You see, people that have been deprived of basic sources of income, basic sources of livelihood like electricity, good road, pipe-borne water, basic things that, clean air and all those basic things that are essential for life sustenance, killing each other again, just defending the few ruling elites. And notice that politics actually divides them, but corruption unites them. See this one from this party, fighting this one from this party, or the masses. But at the end of the day, if you notice that, the children of these elites are intermarrying among themselves. So, when they come publicly, like they are enemies, but indirectly, domestically, say that they are all protecting each other's interests. Try to kill a politician or kill an army leader or army commander or a police officer's child or wife or one of them. They will say that really that the law enforcement works. But when you kill the masses or when themselves command and order that the masses be killed, it doesn't matter. It's one of those things. The masses are just as mere statistics. So I see the masses, whom I call endangered species, the endangered public, commoners, killing themselves just to protect the interests of the few rich, sadistic elites. It's terrible. This video goes out there to educate the masses. Stop killing yourself. Stop quarreling. Stop having headache defending this corrupt elites. This baba, they don't care about you. All they care about is their permanent interest. The ruling elites, especially in Africa, they have no permanent foes. All they have is permanent interest. You're their foe when you violate or fail to protect their interest. But once you come to their own, or succumb to their own, gruesome, desires, then you are their friend. But once you go against their corrupt and malicious desires, then you turn to their enemies. So this message go to the masses. Stop killing yourselves over them. This man is in this party, this man in this party. During election, you're burning each other, you're killing yourself, you're rigging for them, you're torturing yourself, you're going to prisons for them. Where at the end of the day, the people that you're trying to die for don't care about you. Fight for your families, fight for your brothers, fight for your sisters, fight for your cousins, nieces and nephews. Fight for your mothers, grandmothers, fight for your fathers. Leave the politicians to settle themselves. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. You see them, these business moguls, politicians, military elites, their children are marrying each other. How do you think they end up as enemies? They're not enemies. Because their children are marrying each other, they're protecting each other's interests. They have this close guided cobweb, like it's like a chain that protects them. They are the spiders. And these their corrupt tendencies are the web. They just spread it just to catch and trap us from every corner. Once we just enter into their trap, they drag us, they eat us raw. They eat you raw, the masses, They destroy your future. They protect from having basic education, good health care, good roads, clean waters, electricity, security. The money meant for public usage, they embezzle it corruptly. Ironically, justice is for sale in Africa now, especially in Nigeria. Justice is for sale. If you can't pay the judges, you can't get justice. Like I said in my previous videos, they don't pay the police well. They're not adequately remunerated. The same people that guide in the day are the cultists at night. They are the armed robbers, they are the kidnappers. Look at what was going on, one of the popular Nigerian blogs. That soldiers conspire to go and rob bullion van. Can you imagine? Both retired and serving soldiers. How did they legitimize criminality this way? A lot of things are happening in that country. When will this end? When will this sadism end? When will this inhumanity end? Man's inhumanity to man. When will it end? When will the official corruption end? Look at what's happening in Lagos State. The leaders gave orders to the soldiers to go and assassinate and massacre and kill and slaughter innocent protesters singing national anthem. And at the end now, the idea that these people have been killed, has died down. What is actually worrying the masses now is who gave the order. Did the army go and shoot directly, or did the governor give order to go and shoot, or the commander give order? Those things are irrelevant. The most important thing is that innocent people were massacred, and they need justice. They need justice. We don't care who gave the order. What is government? Government simplifies. We the commoners, we the masses, gathering all our rights together, then giving them to few people to protect us. We agree to obey them. Why they agree to look after us? That is it. So when they chose to turn the nozzles we paid through taxpayers and all those things, the nozzles we used to buy the guns, buy the security equipments for them to protect us, when they use it now to start killing us, then the government has failed. That's what you call a failed state. When the government has failed to provide the basic, the simplest, and the commonest, expectations from the government, which is security of lives and properties, protection of lives and properties, which is basic. If any government has failed this, then they're not going to be called a government. What is happening in Nigeria? The president can't even go to his own village. The chief of army, the chief of the army can't even go through to their own village. Former chief of defense staff assassinated in cold blood. Look at the way they're killing people. Even the police are not safe among themselves. Like beheading them. Using their head to do like football. Now, allow the army said they will assist the police to protect themselves. So the army and the police are turning themselves as a cabal, to begin to attack the harmless, innocent civilians. This goes to the civilians. Stop killing yourselves over these people. Stop killing yourselves. Stop attacking each other over these people. They are the same. They protect, the elites are the same. What separates them is just names. They are the same. Their mindset is the same. They are predators. Protect your children. Protect your walls. Protect your family members. Defend yourself. Defend yourself. Please, defend yourself. I just watched something on one of the popular blogs in Nigeria. A youth corper. You know what it means to go to nursery, primary, secondary school, university, graduating, serving the country just after 1 year. See, they just gone down in cold blood. Careless bullet, insensitive bullet. So that young man now, his future has just died like that because he went to protest. He wants good governance. He wants to get a job. He wants the government to provide security. He wants corruption to end. And you call that a country. How long shall this inhumanity continue? Are there no more thinkers in Nigeria? Have they all been robbed of milk of human kindness? I'm asking. What is happening? They are not sure if the president is alive or dead. No accountability, no responsibility. They only act when one of their own are touched. Attack their children, you see them, they send the full wrath of the law upon you. Attack their interests, tell them they're corrupt, they want you dead, they want your head. Ironically, these victims, the masses, and the soldiers and the police as well, are the ones that do their dirty job for them. How do we arrest this ugly situation? How do we erase corruption in Nigeria? How do we remove barbarism? The same corruption is starting in Ghana again now. Jerry Rawlings will try, God bless his soul. But the judges in Ghana as well are corrupt. Is it Côte d'Ivoire, where democracy is for sale? Should I go to Congo, where thousands have been killed? Or is South Africa, where black Africans are clean black Africans? Where do you want to start? Where do you want to stop? Or is it Kenya, where corruption is actually legitimized? Rwanda, Somalia. Somalia is actually coming up a bit. But Somalia is a failed state. Everything that has been done there, terrorism, Islamic terrorism, refused to let the country. It has a very strong grip on the neck. Somalia is a failed state. And Nigeria is going to that level as well if care is not taken. Most 90% of all the countries colonized by Britain and Africa have changed their names and their mindset, except Nigeria. And the British are indirectly controlling what is happening in Nigeria through the northern feudal oligarchs. Because they feel this one the one that doesn't have too much sense. That's what they can manipulate. And the northern oligarchs and the feudals, and the elites, they forget that as long as they're holding others on the ground, they're holding themselves. Because the middle belters, the Yorubas, the Igbos, Niger deltas, the TV, the Birom, the Efik, the Bibio, the Ijo, the Urobo, these people, they have serious thinkers. They have serious managers. They have well-educated, organized people that could actually organize the system and create, mutual benefit for everyone if given the chance. But will they let them? The highest you can end up is as a vice president. Puppet. Can you imagine a senior advocate of Nigeria, a man with that kind of qualification, being a vice to someone that who cannot authenticate the certificate, the GCSE? It's terrible. And they call that country sin. In a civilized clan, the so-called president cannot untie the shoes of Professor Osibanjo. But look at Nigeria. Everything goes. Irony rules. Impunity rules. It's terrible. Why the real educated, and renowned economists are wallowing in poverty? Look at how much they pay senators and House of Rep. Where professors can't even get money to buy gas and fuel for their cars. Look at our children, studying, under a leaking. I see direct rain falling upon them. See them taking their legs while it's raining in a classroom. But senators earn 30, 40, 50,000 pounds monthly, or dollars, whatever it's called there. The real soldiers are supposed to be paid this money. The police are supposed to be paid this money. The army is supposed to pay this money. The civil defense, the nurses, the doctors, the teachers, the professors. That the one is supposed to earn this money that these crazy politicians in Abuja and all the state house assemblies are earning. And this goes to the army. The gun they give you to kill the masses and arrest and torture the innocent ones. Use it against the politicians that are the troubles. You can't be hungry, empty-handed with tight uniform, guiding these people that are these bloated pigs. Very heartless set of people, Nigerian politicians, very heartless. The money they're paying one senator a month is enough to take care of an army formation. Terrible. The money once House of Rep member is earning, one senator is earning, is enough to take care of district police organization in Nigeria. How much are they paying your DP? I mean, they pay your sergeants. Look at here in the Western world. When you see a policeman, they feel happy. They own mortgages. They drive big cars, big jeeps. They feel proud defending they feel proud wearing their country's coat of arms. When you see police and army, they're ready to die for their country. Can that be said of the Nigerian army? Can that be said of other African police and army enforcement agencies? Where do I want to start? Where do I want to stop? Is it Niger? Look at what's happening in Niger. Terrorists infested. Look at Mali. Look at Congo. Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? Africans need a rethink. I don't know how long I'll say this, but terrible things are happening. Even in the schools now. Sex for marks reign. Some lecturers are like the sexual predators. If students don't sleep with them, they won't pass them. I see people building mansions, showcasing their limousine and their Rolls Royce and all those things. Why there's no motorable road? There's no hospital, no clinic. There's no electricity, there's no pipe-borne water. Even water, the commonest thing which government is supposed to provide, has been privatized. Almost every home you want to build in Africa, especially let me say Nigeria, Nigeria is a case study. You have to provide your own, borehole. Out here, water is the commonest thing. It's a basic amenity. You have a right to use cold water, warm water. You have a right to water. Electricity is basic, but you pay for it anyway. When shall people have a sense of belonging? What is wrong with the mind of African leaders? I was just reading one of my books early hours of this morning. Because when I think of African problems, I hardly sleep at night. I'm insomniac. I hardly sleep at night. It raises my blood pressure. How Africans, in diaspora, better in the economies of others, better in their social spiritual welfare. Why the origin, the natives, the owners of these talents are all in abject poverty, insecurity, torture, tribalism, fanaticism, terrorism, overzealotry, irreligious personalities, and preponderance of these humanities are committed by the so-called elites. The leaders are the killers, and they're immune. They're protected by the law. They make laws unto themselves. They're the lawmakers, they're lawbreakers. How long shall this continue? I look back and I say, which way Nigeria? Our universities are glorified broad-dress. Look at Equatorial Guinea. What the presidency is doing there, president and the vice president is doing there. Look at that young vice president living flamboyant. Look at the millions they seized from him. Why don't you use your position as a youth to bring in foreign investors into your country? Create jobs, create a name for yourself. All this wealth you're amassing, you're going to leave them here. Highest you end up, you have stroke, you die. Look at what's happening to Gabon. Money is supposed to spend by 50, supposed to be spent by 70, 80 million people. One person is spending it. Nature will take its course. Highest you take too much, then you bloat, then you die. One disease, stroke, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure. You are attracting problem to yourself. Share this money. Look at Westerners, look at their multi-billionaires. They work with that easier, they do exercise and all those things. But Africa own, see stomach. There was something that went viral recently. They showed Imo State House or speaker, whatever. They showed the man, the stomach and all that. They said, look at your politics, look at where the money is. Why don't our leaders exercise? Must they be dying from heart attack, high blood pressure and all those things? Why don't they exercise? Why don't they create recreation classes for themselves? The problem with Africa is with Africa. Because you will never be free except you choose to be. No one can hold you in bondage without your permission. Yes, you permitted what is happening. Because a country is as good as the leaders. Leaders as good as their followers. Yes. Because from the followers you pick up a leader. So transform your mind. Transform your thinking. Africans. When I think about Africa, it hurts my sensibilities. When local vigilantes turn against the innocent people. When governors, are happy seeing that their own people are killed just for them to stay in that position. Where tribalism is ruling, favoritism, nepotism, idiosyncrasies, idiocy, atrocities reigns. And the youngsters are paying with their blood. The youngsters demanding for justice, demanding for love, demanding for peace. Demanding for equity. Demanding for basic things of life, good road, electricity, pipe-borne water. Simple things. Research centers, hospitals, basic things of life. We people take for granted in the Western world here. Allah Canada has opened their doors now. They want immigrants. And Nigerians, have formulating their lives to live. Africans, Ghanaians, all those, everybody wants to, you're running to Canada, you're running to America, you're running to Europe. What of our roots? What of where we come from? Some of us in the Western world are crying. How do we make that place convinced so that we can come back and bring blessings and bring talent, bring development? But the people out there want to run out. You got few people in Africa, the African government that's scorching, that's suffocating, that's killing the humanity and the dignity of these youngsters. How long shall we live with this predation? How long shall the masses live with frustration? So dear masses, you're on your own. Look after yourself. Defend yourself. The police and the army cannot defend you. Defend yourself. They failed us. Now you only get protection, especially in Nigeria, if you're a celebrity or you're a star or you're famous or a little bit rich, little money, if you hire private police or private army. But they're supposed to protect everybody with generally. But now you have to pay individually for you to have few of them that will protect you, follow you around and everywhere you're going to. If not, you'll be kidnapped. And they demand for millions. So when you come settle the commissioner, settle the few of them, so that you can get few army or police that, private one, yet in the national uniform. Terrible. Why don't we decentralize the police? Let every state be in charge of its own police and army. Let every 36 states in Nigeria, let me give it under Abuja, let every state have its own army and police. So that this corruption, this kidnapping will end. Because if an Igbo man is in charge of the of the police in Igbo state, then he knows how to deal with them. If I was someone in charge of the military and army in the outside, they don't have to protect them. They know their weakness and their strengths, and they know who is who. If a Yoruba man in charge of the military and the navy and all those things in the Yoruba land, they will know how to take care of their security. If you be Roman, if you man in John, do that. Decentralized things. Abuja is choking people. It's not working. Abuja is a cauldron of corruption and not accountability. Because they say the goat owned by the republic dies from hunger. Hausa man want to thief, go to Hausa. Yoruba want to thief, Igbo want to thief, Ibibio want to thief, Efik, Ijo, TV. Everybody just trying to steal from the national king. No patriotism. Your patriotism is false. You don't have patriotism. Even Ghana is getting a little bit organized, but they're learning from the mistakes of Nigeria. South Sudan is learning from the mistakes of Nigeria. Even Rwanda of yesterday, where genocide took place a few years ago, they are learning and they're organizing themselves. Nigeria is an imbecilic and atrocious giant. And and if you talk, they want you dead. Why do we have economics? Why do we have the professors? Why do you have the dons? Why do you have the academics? Why don't we start creating research centers? People should start applauding research centers and their new discoveries. Not people that build mansions, people that fly on private jet they cannot even maintain. The West feeds from your bleeding. They feed from your hemorrhage. Yes, Africans. Because any day you wake up and keep your place in order, their own poverty will start. They are rich because of you. They take your resources, they take your children, they take your educated people, they take your talent. They are making you dry. And they indirectly foster the confusion and the wars and the humanity going on there. African man, wake up. Nigerian man, wake up. Organize yourselves. Organize yourselves. Stop this predation. Stop this corruption. Use what you have stolen to repair your place. Build hospitals in your place. Because most of this money you're bringing over here, they will end up seizing it. It's in the economy. They let you bring it on, like a black hole. They let you enter, but you can't come out. You bring the money, open doors for you like this. Once you enter, they come and take it out. You can't. They will jail you. They will seize the money. There's nothing you can do. They have nuclear weapons. There's nothing you can do. So why don't you use this money you stolen? Develop your place. Build hospital in your village. Build schools. Create jobs. Build industries there. They will call you a thief, but at least they will call you a good thief. You better the life of your people. You still look at some houses here. They overinflated by 1,000, 10,000, percent. I see Africa, Nigeria's owning houses here, 14 million, 15 million pounds, 25 million pounds, one house. Here in England, there's no electricity in their village. There's no pipe-borne water. Children are dying. Women are dying from children are dying from preventable diseases. Women are dying at giving birth. I don't need to say God will punish you. You're already punished. You already, Hence, president has headache. Start running to Africa. Start running to Europe. How many of their presidents run to you? How many of their senators run to you? Black man, don't you think 50 million, 10, 100 million pounds can build a decent hospital and equip it in every state? There should be a central general hospital. Build orthopedic hospital. Build a hospital. Bring in the cardiologists. Bring in the radiologists. Bring them the physicians. Bring in people. Bring them in. They graduate. What they want to do is to run out. How long shall we continue running out? And ironically, I noticed something. The more there's this brain drain, the more the illiterates from the neighboring African countries are coming, the jihadists are coming to take over. They are now living in your bushes. When there's war, where do you run? You run into the bushes. But they've taken out almost all the land and the bushes. And the people that are supposed to look after everybody's migrating. It's hurting me. I pray we don't lose our father's land. I pray we don't lose our mother's land to terrorists. And you know their mentality is go, kill, and come. GKC. Go, kill, and come. That's the mentality of the terrorists. They go, they kill, and that's it. The religion tells them that if they die killing, they will go to paradise. And if they kill, they will go to paradise. I question the mentality of that religion that beheads people, amputates fingers and nails and all those things. That goes for an eye for an eye. That case the case to proselytize and convert is terrible. But may God help us in Jesus' name. It's a menace we need to live with, and we need to deal with it. I pray, liberals gather. We start thinking, we start organizing ourselves to know how we can free ourselves from ourselves. Because the monster in us is with us. What is killing us is in us, is within us. Yeah. The basic close are the politicians, corrupt politicians, unaccountable military officers, half-baked military officers that don't reason. Yes, you're starved, but must you take care of your frustration on the people? They don't pay you, and then you continue taking bribe. You know how shameful it is to see a full-fledged man stand on the road with a gun, extorting penny, extorting money from people. You have a gun. It's a shameful thing. And some most we may never become army and police, no matter what, It's supposed to be something of honor, blessings. I wonder what goes in their mind when you see a full-fledged, my family man standing on the road. It's like they're semi-armed robbers, they're armed robbers immune armed robbers in uniform. You're extorting money. If they don't give you that little bribe, you prosecute them. If they give you, take it. And they're cursing you. Some of the money they are giving, they're not giving it with their heart. It's not dash. It's not a free gift. It's like extortion. From Lagos to Eastern Nigeria, how many roadblocks, how many army and military police checking points we have? Yeah, the Boko Haram is killing people. Easterners, decentralize the seaports. Let the One ports open. Let the Port Harcourt, let the Warri ports open. Decentralize, build railway, do this. Let power be decentralized. Let the economy be, let diversification. Let every region rule themselves. People can develop at their own pace. But no, you jam everything in Lagos, jam everything in Abuja. How can you progress? How can you progress? People are choking. The quality of the air in Lagos is different from the one in Eastern Nigeria. If you go for the one in Kano, Kaduna, other places, check it. The quality of life, think there is money there. But look at the life, life expectation. May God help us in Jesus. So what I'm saying in summation is what? The masses, stop killing yourself over these politicians. Stop taking sides. They are the same. Their children are marrying each other. They protect each other's interests. They look after one another. They don't look after you. They don't care about you. Look at the laws they've enacted in the last 20-25 years. How many of them favor you? Even now, they want to criminalize free speech. I hope time will not come the day they will criminalize your thoughts. And that's where it's getting to now. They didn't build the internet, but they want to censor it. Their own is to destroy it. They're not creative. Look at House of Commons here, House of Laws. Look at intelligent people, educated people. The average person there is a scientist, is a doctor, is a lawyer, is an engineer. Is like is a guru. Is educated. They have something that they've done for the society. They don't just come to lead like that. They have to look at their CV. But how many of that can be said of our own people? Crooked touts, murderers, pedophiles, buffoons. A country is as good as its own leadership. And leadership is as good as a country. So it's garbage in, garbage out. What you give is what you get. I pray for that country called Nigeria. If I thought it's still a country. I pray for the Igbos, the Hausas, the Ibibios, the Oromis, the Efiks, the Jos. I pray for the Fulanis as well. I pray for the Hausas. I pray for the 371 tribes that make up Nigeria. That geographical entity called Nigeria. I pray for Ghanaians. I pray for every African, the Sudanese, the Congolese. I pray for the Ivorians. I pray that the Malis, Somalis. I pray that they will come. We'll be free from not just colonial mentality. We'll be free from self-inflicted victimization, self-inflicted wounds, self-inflicted corruption, self-inflicted ghastliness. I pray the day will come when we begin to reason as we believe. Stop hating people based on religion, orientation, training, and background. Stop hating people you know, based on their political affiliations. We'll start seeing every man as human. Start seeing women as reasonable, you know. Start seeing women for the economists they are. And start reaching the get your right. Protect the vulnerable among us. Stop this brain drain. And learn how to organize our resources. And protect us from us. And protect us from outsiders as well. That day, the day this will happen, then I know that our salvation has come. Without this, we are just deluded. We are just dreaming. I hope we wake up from this dream. I hope we wake up from this slumber. God help us. God help us. Thank you. Thank you.